Here's some instructions to the saints. So let's look at some of these instructions in the Bible. And let's get one thing straight before we start. This is not a salvation issue. When you have received Jesus, you are saved eternally. You have Christ in you. It doesn't mean you've lost your salvation. It doesn't mean God feels any different towards you. You're saved by grace alone. But as far as our testimony goes, we need to be an example of Jesus Christ before others. We need to go back to them and make sure our relationships with one another are what the Lord would want them to be. We can't just hurt somebody and say, hey, I'm all right, God already took away my sins. He did, but God says that's okay between me and you, but you still need to go to your brother. Even in the book of James it's talking about it. Confess your faults one to another. That's faults. That doesn't mean what I think or in my mind or do. It's what I did against another person. Confess your faults one to another, that you may be healed. The effectual fervent prayers of a righteous man availeth much. That's not talking about if I'm sick and I say, oh, I cursed, or oh, I did this. It's what I did to you. I call you and I tell you I'm sorry for what I did to you. Does that make sense? So the Lord is all right between me and him, but between each other, God expects us to maintain those relationships in a humble way. Jesus humbled himself. He came down to the offenders. We were the sinners, not Jesus. But he humbled himself and became one of us to reconcile man to himself. And yet sometimes we think, I can't humble myself before that person. We're too proud, but we need to humble ourselves also.